It's either 6 or 4 today. I'm not. I don't.
I believe it's 4.
It's 4.
It's
okay,
4,
yeah. I said 6, and I was like, wait, no, that's advanced.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
advanced. So yeah, 4 rounds today. Still 11 rounds total is a gauntlet. Oh, it's right in front of me, actually, on a different screen.
Yes.
Foolishness, Billy. All right, so we're going to start here with the Noble Knight.
The Shield Bearer.
Shield Bearer.
You can banish it to go ahead and add one of those quick play spells.
Yeah.
Or no, it adds a wind monster, right? I know it adds.
Yeah, sure.
A Radiant
yeah,
Typhoon.
Resolves.
Yeah, it's definitely a starter card in the Radiant Typhoon strategy. And that's also a cool thing about Genesys is you see cards you don't see quite as often. I mean, this is one you do see in advance, that card. But like Tistina, it's very obscure. Probably is never going to see too much success in advance unless they get some cards down the line. They did get a new rank 10 monster in Burst Protocol that isn't here in Jordan's deck because it is pointed.
Yes.
The Tearlaments cards make sure he has no room for anything fun. But Mercurium is a rank 10 monster that's absolutely incredible.
That's a card I expect to see some play eventually. It's just one of those cards that reads like it would be strong eventually. Just needs to find its time.
Yep. All right, looks like Eldon's going to add Garcia.
Yep. All good. Okay. It's a fair question.
I will activate Radiant Typhoon.
Now we have Radiant Typhoon Vision being activated next.
I'll go ahead
It looks
and
like he's
shuffle,
not going to be adding an MST. He's going to draw. Most of the time with Vision, you're going to be looking to draw and not waste the effect on adding a Mystical Space Typhoon. You want to use your other Radiant Typhoon quick plays for that.
Makes a lot of sense with this strategy as well. You play all those Runick cards, and we're going to be discarding a copy of Mystical Space Typhoon already. And now you can activate Crusea because a quick play spell was activated.
Just to add a Mystical Space Typhoon plus a Radiant Typhoon card.
No response. All good.
Now imagine this deck is going to be very slow and control-y, having... I mean, that's just the nature of Radiant Typhoon in general. Radiant Typhoon has a lot of damage output, but because Moise is playing those Runick cards, it's going to stymie his ability to deal damage if he chooses to activate them, because a lot of the time you are using them defensively. You can't really use them proactively anymore because, again, even though Runick effects have the ability to summon monsters, they summon the extra monster zone, so you can't do that here in Genesys.
No response.
Oh, that's right. So they're, I mentioned that they use in Synchro decks, but yeah, they're mainly just being used for their actual effects here. The drawing, the destruction, the monster effect negation.
The Chant is going to go ahead and add a copy of Magala.
Yep. Of course. Yep.
Magala is going to hit the field here.
Synchro Overtake.
Okay.
All right, so he's going to be able to add a monster listed on a Synchro material from the extra deck. It looks like he's revealing one of the cool tunes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of engines here.
And this one has Cool Tune Mix. Yep, okay, so you're special summoning Mix. Okay.
I will chain MST targeting the Super Strikes.
And he's going to chain Mystical Space Typhoon on his own Synchro Overtake.
Just to be able to activate it, so now he's going to be able to summon something from a hand here.
All right, I think he's summoned Cool Tune Mix onto the field.
Yes.
Now Magala is going to be able to summon something from the deck.
Yes.
And Mix is also going to be able to add a Cool Tune monster from the deck to the hand.
And now the Cool Tunes allow you to synchro with materials from your hand. That is their trick, right?
What a fun little deck you've made here.
You just get locked into Synchro tuners from the extra deck, I think, afterwards.
Monster effect. Okay, yes. Okay, yep. Okay, go ahead.
Or somewhere down the line. I think it's Synchros.
And it looks like Magala summoned a copy of Varun from the deck here. That is going to be able to negate a monster effect as well as destroy because Mystical Space Typhoon is in the graveyard.
All right, so now we're going to see a Synchro summon, not using the effect of Synchro from hand, just using that tuner on the field, going to Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. He can use the effect to bring back a tuner.
Yes. Looks like we have some input here.
So he brings back the Cool Tune Mix.
Over there. Just align it with the, not the deck, just there you go.
Another level 2 tuner here. A lot of... I mean, so far one interruption, but we'll see what this makes. Normally, I just see the Baron in front of me, but I assume that's too many points right now.
See, this is where the dynamic in Genesys matters. Because Jordan decided to invest so much into 2 cards in his points, he doesn't have access to a lot of those hand interactions that's going to be able to stop this stuff from happening. But there are plenty of like field-breaking cards that are really affordable in Genesys. Ultimate Slayer is one that's really popular because it'll be able to deal with a couple cards and fonts, and there's some other really good ones as well. I know kaijus are always been pretty popular also in Genesys.
Yeah, I mean, in the history of the game, there have been so many removal tools that have been available, and you just kind of have to pick and choose which one fits the situation best. And there's always been a version of a card that's just better than another version of a card. And in Genesys, those other cards get to see a spotlight.
Yeah, that's the best part. Is you can maybe see like similar strategies, but acting in a completely different way.
Sorry,
It looks like Cyber Slash Harpy Lady?
Is it? Yeah, it might be. Is it in his extra deck? Let's see. Yeah, Cyber Slash Harpy Lady.
Yes, that's fine. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to finish reading this really quick. This guy's name is Harpy Lady on the field of graveyard.
I can't tell what
This is my normal summon.
cool tune monster that is on the field.
Normal summon.
Yeah,
Everything was MST
But
stuff.
he did add a mix to his hand, so maybe I can.
This says,
I think it's a
when a spell
Rico,
or
then
trap
if you
card
add a
or effect
mix.
is activated, except in the damage step, you can trigger one monster. Your opponent controls one Harpy monster returns to the hand. Okay, yep. Yep, so you've added mix.
Yep. That is Rico.
Okay.
That's Runick Tip, I believe.
That is Runick Tip, so he's not going to have a battle phase next turn, but he wants to have some more disruption. Oh, he's going to go ahead and grab Runick Fountain.
Okay, sure.
And then we're going to lose one card here for Jordan on the top of the deck.
Doesn't Tip,
We'll see if it's
banish one?
important. It could be the one have this.
Yes.
Oh wow, that would be absolutely incredible. I love Genesys. There's so it's just a unique way to play. Tearlaments Grief.
It's just a grief. It's okay.
But that's access to haveness.
Yeah,
so it
yeah.
kinda is close, right?
It's not. I think it's okay.
Okay, it's not as bad. It's not going to turn your deck offline. But I mean, this is mainly
I
a
will draw
Tistina
for my
deck
turn.
that has the Tearlaments Splash because Jordan is just a big fan of the tier strategy.
Already. Draw phase. Standby phase.
Jordan gets to
Main
have his turn now
phase. Okay.
to tackle down this board. He has to deal with the Varun, which is a monster, negate Cyber Slash Lady. When Jordan activates a spell trap, he's going to be able to go after a monster on the field, put it back in the hand.
Next spell. Oh, well. I will activate Hatronade.
Hatronade is
Hey,
going
True
to.
Nade!
That's going to put all the set spells and traps on the field back into the hand.
This is why I love Genesys. We get to see cards we haven't seen in years just in action, like Hey True Nade.
Hatronade has always had the potential
this is
to
when
be
he
strong,
spells
but just
that
there's
card.
been
This runs, I'm
just
gonna make
better
sure.
options,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, like when it was really good, like Red Reboot was just better. But people played Scapegoat, so there was a reason to play Hey True Nade to force out the Scapegoat. This was many years ago, right? Link
2018,
Summoning was still
yeah.
fresh, yeah. Hey True Nade.
I will activate Shadal Fusion.
Oh, Shadal
Shadal
Fusion.
Fusion. Solid going second card. Because he's going to be able to send Shadal's like, Dragon and Beast. So he'll be able to take out the Runick Fountain potentially and get a draw card.
Interesting. All right, I am going to send a Shadal monster and a light monster. My light monster is going to be Vodnica the Fountain Spirit.
Oh, that's brand new from Burst Protocol, isn't it?
Shadal monster is going to
I think so. I can't tell what card it is even.
Vodnica. The Fountain Spirit.
The Fountain Spirit. Oh
Shadal
yeah, it's the
Dragon,
new
and I'll
level
be
10.
summoning
Yeah.
Shadal Construct. El Shadal's Construct, excuse me.
It's going to summon.
Okay, we're going to have some chain links here. We're going to go
Construct?
chain link 1, Dragon, target Fountain, chain link 2, Construct.
So Dragon's going
to
after
send
the Fountain.
a
The Construct's going to send
Shadal
something to the graveyard.
I think it's Shadal card. Yep, Shadal card from my deck to the grave. So Dragon is targeting Fountain to destroy it, and Construct is triggering to send a Shadal card from my deck to the grave.
All right, so Construct is chain link 2 here.
That is fine.
Opted to
So I will
allow.
resolve Construct,
Yeah, I'm not choosing to use the Varun here.
sending Shadow Beast, and
Now-
we'll resolve a Shadal Dragon targeting Runick Fountain.
Yep, so Dragon going to destroy the Fountain. The Beast is going to be sent with Construct, so he's going to get the draw as well.
Now the Fountain Spirit in the graveyard. If another level 10 monster is sent to
New
the
chain
graveyard,
trigger
you're able to
effective
summon
Shadow
him
Beast
back.
to draw 1 card.
So that's a looming threat. All right, Jordan seems pretty happy with this draw.
Do this. Let's go.
I think, is that a Book of Lunar Eclipse in his hand?
Speller Trap.
It might be. There's
let's
so many cool cards.
go-
Yeah, it probably is. There's so many cool cards you can use in Genesys. It's all about exploring the card
Book of
pool,
Lunar
the whole
Eclipse.
database. There's
I
so many
will
hidden gems you can find.
discard,
That once, like, the
Crystal
more
Tistina for
popular
cost,
cards all have points on them,
targeting
and you can really utilize that. So he's going to use the
these
Book
two
of
to
Lunar
set
Eclipse,
them face down.
discarding the Crystal God Tistina.
That is going to be a level 10 monster in the grave. The Fountain Spirit can summon his way back to the field.
To bounce it?
For the first time. And then now the Cyber Slash Lady is going to go ahead and put the construct back on the extract because felt.
Yep, and the Lunar Eclipse forces that out and checks the Varun at the same time, putting it face down.
Getting rid of a lot of Moises interruptions here. I mean, he did have to commit a Shadal Fusion to do this, but
I really like what he's kind of demonstrating here from Genesys. I was mentioning a lot of like those interactions from the hand, Ash Blossom, Effect Veiler, Infinite Permanence, all have points, right? So he's invested all his points into the 2 cards for his main strategy, but there are so many good options at like picking apart fields that he doesn't need it. He has the Shadal Fusion, the Book of Lunar Eclipse, Hey True Nade, all great, valuable, I like to call them budget options, free to add into your deck. There's so many things to explore.
Now, Shadal Fusion has always been one of those strong breakers that players have played even in advanced format for many years.
Yep.
I'm surprised to see it not pointed. But and he's going to be chaining the Excel Synchron to summon Stardust Dragon from the extract here, and then immediately Synchro summon using the other 2 monsters.
Okay.
Oh, I haven't seen this card in quite some time.
Oh yeah, this one's really cool. Jurashin. I call him the Cursed Thunder God. You know, we'll go to the second thing. But this card can act like a Heavy Storm or a Geki. It's just a board wipe. Just absolutely incredible card.
Yes.
So as you mentioned,
okay, so this game was going on.
Fountain is coming back to the field.
All right, and that you gain how many each effect? 300? Okay, so you're at 83.
For a second, I thought you were talking about the Runick Fountain. I'm like, how?
Yeah,
no, the Fountain Spirit.
I'm not going to try and tackle that one. I'm going to call it the Fountain Spirit.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
This has a quick effect to board wipe. Yes. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I really like the Cursed Thunder God. It's an incredible card, a really incredible tool.
Divine Domain Tistina.
All right.
The Tistina field spell hits the board now.
Yep, Divine Domain
Tistina.
They did not give us an easy job with these names.
Aqua monster from the deck to the grave, except
is this the armed seahorse?
And then during my end phase,
I know that one.
Card, then target an aqua monster.
That one's easy. That's when send Havness to the graveyard.
That's a Tearlaments card.
Yeah.
So I'm activating the effect to send an aqua from my deck to the grave.
Oh, Supreme Sea Mare.
Yeah.
But he is an armed seahorse. He has a weapon. I'm just saying.
New chain, Havness effect to fuse.
The one
Havness. And also got Tistina, which is a Tearlaments monster and an Aqua monster. I will fuse
so he's going to put back
and I will go ahead and shuffle.
Tistina God. And the Havness.
And we're going to summon the one, the only.
Oh, yes. Yes, it was. Oh, my goodness. So
eventually, the Kikalos.
That is the synergy between these 2 strategies. Is the Tistinas are Aqua monsters, so it fits the requirements for Kiktalos. Kiktalos on summon. How long has it been since we've seen Tearlaments Kiktalos on a live stream at a YCS? It's been years now, and here it is going to add a Tearlaments card. That's another cool thing about Genesys is some of the Forbidden cards, they're still usable. They may have a lot of points. Even stuff like Pot of Greed, you're able to use only 30 points, but this is a 50-point Kiktalos, and it's going to send Tearlaments Kiktalos to the graveyard. So we're going to see some cards from the top of the deck be sent as well. And he's just trying to fill his graveyard up.
Activate Tier Cache.
He's not going to be digging for like any other Tearlaments effects of fusion summon because he's already used the one Havness that he has. Wow, just seeing Kiktalos is just such a throwback. Looks like he sent 2 copies of play of the Tistina.
It's going to be really hard for Jordan to do all the damage necessary here because of the generation. Every time his opponent activates a card effect, he's going to gain 300 life points when it resolves.
He activates, you gain.
I gain.
It's anywhere, not just on the field, anywhere.
Each time your opponent activates a card or effect, you gain.
Okay.
That's a lot of life points to keep track of.
Gain some more.
But it's very relevant for his effect. He does have to pay 15 life points and tribute itself.
Alright, Kiktalos effect is going to destroy itself to summon back the Tearlaments Kashtira.
This is going to be 8 more cards going to the graveyard. For a total of 10 from this interaction.
1 to mill 5, chain link 2 to mill 3. Okay, and that should be an extra 600.
This should be an extra 600. Yep. The life points keep going up. The cards in Jordan's deck keep going down.
1, 2,
we're going to send some cards.
3,
There's a Tistina, another
now 5.
Fusion. Now 5 for Kiktalos.
2.
Now, I know the benefit of having some of these Tistinas in the graveyard is they can attach themselves as materials. But they can also be special summoned, like the Sentinel of the Tistina. It's in your hand or graveyard, and you control a light Tistina monster, you can special summon it.
It seems like he hit a lot of spells there, a lot of duplicates as well.
Tistina to summon itself because it was sent to the graveyard while he field spells in a field zone.
Right, because the field spell's on the field, he's going to be able to summon the Tistina from the graveyard.
Okay.
And his opponent will gain more life points.
I don't know. I hope the people at home can hear the life point sound just as much as we can. I love it. I love hearing the dee-dee-dee-dee-dee every time an effect's activated. It's like dee-dee-dee-dee. I love it. It's so funny.
Now, more than just all that life point gain, Jordan has to be wary of when that Junshin will be able to use its effect, paying 1,500 life points to send himself to the graveyard and destroy all monsters he controls. I mean, obviously Tearlament is very strong at dealing with an interaction like that, but how good is Tistina at dealing with it?
Yeah, I mean, you want to do it before they get, like, once they have 2 level 10s on the field, I think that's when you have to go for it.
I mean, currently there are 2 level 10s on the field, are there not?
I see
the Fountain Spirit and the...
I think the other Tistina is one of the small ones. Oh, no, it is the big one. It's the Miyasama Dragon Tistina.
So it's got to be...
So, yeah, there are 2 level 10s. Moises is thinking here, but looks like he's going to let him overlay. Could be a little dangerous.
What rank 10
I will activate,
would he opt for?
I mean, if he goes for Tistina, the divinity that defies darkness, if it's destroyed, while it has materials, you can spell summon a Tistina from your graveyard, so it'll be able to kind of let him continue playing even if his field gets destroyed. So I would think maybe the divinity that defies darkness.
Yeah, just give himself the insurance now before he continues playing.
Tistina, the divinity that defies darkness.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that is the one.
Set cards you control to the grave.
So on summon, he can send all of his opponent's face down cards to the graveyard. So the synergy with the Book of Lunar Eclipse makes sense here. I love this. Like Genesys, you have to be really creative and really think about your deck and how the cards all work really well together. So now it can also make itself basically doubly attacking, gain 2,000 attack until the end of the opponent's turn.
Is that a Chaotic Elements?
So that's only if it has the Crystal God Tistina. Yeah, Chaotic Elements. In fact, it's a Tistina card. Believe it or not, it searches more than the K9 stuff. Yeah.
Yep. The Excel Synchron, monsters that are secret summoned from this.
I think he's explaining that Excel is protecting the Stardust Dragon.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. You are correct.
Since he used the effect of Excel Synchro and it summoned Stardust Dragon, it gives the effect of protection.
Yeah, protecting it from the secondary effect of Chaotic Elements here.
Okay, so you're immune, huh? Interesting. I will...
Jordan still has a lot to fight through.
Activate Demigod to summon and search.
It's the Demigod.
Yep.
I'm going to be able to hit the field here. Going to grab a card from the deck.
I will add Breath of the Tistina.
The life points just keep increasing with every action that Jordan makes.
I will go Breath of the Tistina.
I think he's going to
Breath of the
use
Tistina
the
effect target Supreme Steamare to set and search for a
So he's using
card.
Breath of the Tistina. Yep. So he gets an additional normal summon. He targets one face-up monster you control. And then you can target a face-up monster. Oh no, you can change that monster to face down and add a Tistina card. So yep, he's going to go for the Seahorse, puts it face down, and now it's just to add a Tistina.
I believe, is that the Sentinel?
I didn't see what he added.
Online and paper pairings are posted. Please find your name and find your seat. The round will begin in less than 3 minutes.
Tistina can put a lot of damage out pretty quickly, so it'll catch you off guard if you're not ready.
12,000's worth?
I mean, okay, I'm not sure about that much
normal
damage.
Sentinel, or additional normal Sentinel.
Additional normal will be used on the Sentinel of the Tistina?
To destroy and search, yep. I gotta stop wasting time tracking life if you guys are tracking it.
Now he's just going to get that Demigod back into the hand. I believe that's what he had. Or maybe it was the Crystal God.
I will move to
I couldn't quite see it was quick.
Okay. I will go Divinity that defies darkness over Stardust Dragon. This
right,
gains
entering the battle phase.
I love that. The Divinity that defies darkness, attack over Stardust Dragon. That's such a good name.
The attack over Stardust Dragon part?
Yeah, that one.
Destroy all face-ups, right? It's pay 15 and tribute itself.
Okay. All right, we are going to use the effect to finally pay 1,500
Yes,
and destroy all monsters your opponent controls.
Now, the Tistina, the divinity that defies darkness effect, will activate to summon a Tistina from the graveyard. And he's going to summon back the demigod.
Still in battle. I will swing because it's at 3K. The
and then finally get over the Stardust. We dealt some damage here.
Broke through the field. Not a lot of cards in Moises' hand, right?
Yep, and he will not have a battle phase on the next turn because of the Runick tip.
And Tistina's all about that follow-up. He has 3 cards in his hand. It looks smaller than that at the time.
I know it's Supreme Seamer. Okay, I'll pass.
Some options.
I believe there's at least one cool tune monster in there.
10-5, yeah, 10-5.
Thank you.
Rico, yeah, I think.
All right, play is back to Moises. Let's see if he can develop a field yet again.
If I control Crystal God, I can do the Daruma Cannon.
I mean, he has some time here, right? His opponent still has to do over 8,000 worth of damage.
Yeah, so the demigod during your opponent's turn has a quick effect. You can change as many monsters your opponent controls as possible to face down.
Swarming the field seems to be the name of the game here. Lots of advantage, lots of cards in the graveyard.
Draw phase.
We'll see if he has the starters to get it started. We're going to be starting with the Tistina field spell.
I will activate Tearlaments Scream.
Tearlaments Scream, fan favorite.
Oh, that's a good one.
Tearlaments Grief.
Oh, that's the wombo combo right there.
Yep,
so Tearlaments Grief is going to special summon a tier monster, probably Tearlaments Cashier, and then send to the graveyard. I don't think you'd go for Havness here. Oh, I guess you go straight into Havness.
Grief resolves. Havness effective view.
Oh, he has the materials in hand that he needs. Okay.
Tearlaments monster and an Aqua.
Yeah, Grief's kind of just like a foolish burial with like an extra step.
Yeah.
The Havness summoned to the field and then was sent to the graveyard. Now Kiktalos.
Yeah. No, I did not. I was
about to say. Yeah, I was about to say that.
We're definitely
No, you're good. You're good.
Make sure we don't run out of time.
Yep,
right,
you're
just
good.
making sure the game state is preserved here. And now he can go Chainlink 1 Kiktalos, Chainlink 2 Scream.
So I'm going to resolve, or we're going to activate Kit, Chainlink 1, Scream, Chainlink 2.
Yep, just in case there was any points for something along the lines of Ash Blossom, you can protect yourself from that. Wait, he said Chainlink 2 Scream, right? Did he not?
I didn't. I can't. My player audio is pretty low, so I didn't hear him. No.
Well, I guess not.
It makes more sense to do Chainlink 2 Kiktalos here because if you send, you're always going to send the tier cache, and now you have less chance of sending it from the top of your deck and more chance to send a Tistina card.
Sure.
Or a Solic.
Or the Heartbeat. Oh, that was a fantastic 3.
I didn't see the third one, but
it was the Fountain Spirit.
Oh, wow. So 3 cards that have effects. The Solic is going to add a monster, so we can add the Havness.
Yeah, that's fine.
The Heartbeat's going to add back the trap.
Search a monster.
And then that level 10 is going to be weighted to be able to summon back from the graveyard. All right, Jordan. I see why you're playing Tearlaments.
Grab Havness.
All right, now we'll see what happens from here on. We're going to have potentially 8 more cards going to the graveyard here. Once the Kiktalos activates effect to summon back the Tearlaments
I will activate Kiktalos effect to summon from hand or grave.
All right, so we're going to swap out the Kiktalos for your tier cache, and we're going to see 8 cards go from the top of the deck to the graveyard.
So Chainlink 1 to mill 5, Chainlink 2 to mill 3. Oh, did you cut?
Yes.
Yes, you did. Okay.
Another Heartbeat. Agree.
3. And 1. 2.
That one summons back from the grave.
4. 5.
Oh, we got some options.
Activate Miasma Dragon, Chainlink 1, Vodnica, Chainlink 2.
Yep, so 2 level 10s onto
Miasma
the
Dragon
field
effect
from
to
the
search
graveyard.
for a
This is
Tistina
some
monster.
cool stuff.
Anytime Kiktalos resolves, you get a lot of cards out of it.
That's a big frog.
To get...
Looks like we're going to get that Sentinel.
Okay.
All right, now because you have...
Normal summon Sentinel. Sentinel effect, target Miasma Dragon to destroy it and search for a Tistina card.
All right, so we're going to be grabbing another Tistina card here. You have the Solic in hand, so you're going to want to keep the Tearlaments Cashier on the field. Although you don't necessarily have to because you also have access to Havness.
He's going to add the Demigod.
I believe the Demigod can special himself because he does control the field spell.
Just an ordinary Demigod.
That was a misplay. Oh well. I will activate Demigod to summon and search.
Demigod's going to go ahead and summon himself, search a spell trap here.
Play the Tistina.
Grabs play the Tistina. This is kind of like a Lunalight Perfume. Spell summons Tistina from... We can do hand or graveyard.
I will...
Now we see from these Tistina effects that having the god on the field is relevant.
To summon from hand or grave.
So we want to see him get that on the field as soon as he can.
Nope.
Is there a Nibiru?
Crusade, because a quick play spell was activated.
Okay, why not? Might as well try and get a couple cards out of your deck. Be able to add a Mystical Space Typhoon plus a Radiant Typhoon card.
I mean, starting with more cards is better than not. Gonna go ahead and grab a copy of Mystical Space Typhoon and Phonics. Not so often that you see the Phonics being added to hand there.
Okay, I will overlay these for Super Dora.
Okay.
Activate Divine Domain Tistina to dump a Tistina monster from deck to grave.
Do you summon a Choo-Choo?
I will send Crystal God Tistina.
I believe that's Super Dora on the
Last
field,
time.
I believe.
Super Dreadnought? Real Kane and Gustav Max?
Nope.
Which
Super
one?
Set one.
Oh, number 81?
And I will...
Which one is it? I can't.
Pass.
I believe it's Super Dora. Because it's not Lieb and it's not Gustav Max.
Yep. Makes it to immune to effects other than its own.
Yeah, number 81. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
It's the one that makes a card unaffected by card effects.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No.
A very strong rank 10 monster.
Name of the game here with Tistina.
Is he going to pass and then concede immediately again?
I mean, we have some options with the Mystical Space Typhoon as well as the Phonics. Oh, it's going to be a Book of Eclipse, another very powerful quick play spell.
Dora targeting itself.
All right, so he's going to use number 81's effect to target itself, so it will stay face up.
Now he's going to lose all his monsters. Sulik is no longer activatable at the moment, but Havness is still in the hand.
Sure.
And now, because a quick play spell was activated, you're going to be able to summon the Phonics from the field, from the hand to the field. That's going to be able to potentially threaten even more cards.
Crusade goes face. Yes.
Book of Eclipse is for both players. And now we're going to use Ascendance to add a copy of Mystical Space Typhoon. Just putting it in the hand, not putting it on the field yet.
Does it target? Okay, what are your targets?
Phonics is going to go after those two monsters, and then Havness is going to be activated in hand because a monster effect was activated.
On the field, summons itself from hand to mills 3.
Sure.
Mill 3. 2, 3, and then shuffle these back. Are they shuffled on top or in the deck? Okay, got it.
All right. 2 cards
You can continue.
spin back to the deck.
Sure.
Right, the Dora is protected here, but now we can normal summon the Cool Tune.
I will chain Tearlaments Suliak.
Sulik is going to immediately be activated here, going to be able to attempt to negate the Cool Tune, but we have Mystical Space Typhoon that's going to be able to go to Sulik. He's going to be able to grab a Tearlament monster with the effect of Sulik after the Cool Tune resolves, but I don't know if that means much anymore.
Yeah, just Tear Cash.
I'm getting some more cards in the graveyard maybe.
Any other triggers?
Nope.
All right, Moises has a minute to deal the damage here. It's going to be synchroing from with the hand here with the Cool Tune effect.
Cool tune condition.
Yeah. Whatever.
It makes a big difference.
It does. It does.
Okay,
And I think something is that Cool Tune RS.
Scream to mill.
Did he use Rico? Yeah, if he used Rico, it's going to be Cool Tune RS.
2, 3. And then
It's hard to
you did
tell.
not target this, correct?
No. I
Okay.
took the field card and the
Yep. And the face down was popped?
Yes.
Okay. So new triggers. We're going to go Field Spell Chainlink 1, Fallen of the Tistina Chainlink 2. I will summon Demigod.
Fallen Tistina will summon Demigod and
God. Sure.
Demigod and Crystal God are on the field now.
This is just Maui messing around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eldem hits the field.
Sure.
Gonna
Just
grab.
stand around.
Okay. All good.
And looks like
yeah, I think time's called here, and it's going to be a double loss.